Oscar's Hotel is a story about Oliver, a human, and his journey through a week managing his Uncle Oscar's hotel for fantastical creatures. From across the universe, creatures come and stay here, as it's a hotel that caters to their very monster-like needs. The Hermit.
Aloha!
Oh, the Hermit. The Hermit was so cool. She's kind of like a humanoid crustacean type thing. The fish are really fishy. We don't want her to look that.
I think it's very close.
Yeah.
It's just thinking more organic and then
Yeah.
incorporating that.
I don't know, I'm excited about these.
Alright, anyways.
Cool. See ya.
Everything has to be done in pieces and then assembled, and then you have to put it together. It's one of those things that it looks like nothing's happened until like the very last minute. And then you're like, oh wow, so you were working on it. That's great. That's great. That's really great.
I was astounded to see how they used maths to try and project and shape the creatures.
So what we're going to have is basically there's going to be a hole through all of these layers.
Yep.
And there's going to be a pivot point so that they suck back up in.
Oh.
And then have this out of the way so these can be flipped up.
Cool. I love it.
How are you? How are you doing with all of it?
I'm good. It's very overwhelming.
I'm sure, but you must be like a little kid like in a candy store right now.
In a monster store.
Yeah.
A store that sells monsters.
Now you're an adult boy in a monster store.
Exactly, yeah. Starting with just Grace alone, she was so perfect for the role. And then that's how we're going to come up, so yeah.
That's so awesome.
Want to showcase her face?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, and also I love eating lunch. So.
Yeah, 100%.
I see a bit of Hermit head. Oh my God. You look incredible.
Thank you. I feel like this is my prom moment where my date's been waiting.
I was just gonna say, it feels like I'm on a really weird blind date.
God, I haven't even seen myself yet.
She had these cool goggles and this big weird flap of crab skin that she could pull up over her mouth, and she just looks super badass with in the full explorer getup.
Oh, the tail is hooked! Oh my God, it's all so cool! It's really, I mean, this is my true form.
When I went back to England for a week, I came back and it had mostly been painted. It looked so good. The colors they chose for it and the way they blended together and all the little speckles, it was pretty perfect.
I'll take that, thank you.
I think it was cool that she had this tail bobbing about wherever she was walking around.
This tail makes me look so cool. The tail has its own little movement to it that gives me so much swagger, as the kids say.
She looks good as a giant crab. We wrote the episode of The Fountain of Forgetfulness. We wanted it to be this forgetful little hermit that lived down in this cave.
Look at all these people down in our house.
Who'd been affected by the fountain's water, making her forget.
She kind of comes in.
I'm a great
as
cook.
Chris looks at it.
Yeah, it's just
All
yarn
the
with
details,
parsley
you
on
can
it.
do all
You're
of her
welcome.
action.
I just forget that I look like this, so I have conversations with people and then have to remember that this is what they're looking at.
You gotta stop looking at yourself before you come out in the mornings, man.
I got dressed in the dark this morning, you guys. I'm gonna eat. I know. Can't eat. Get in or out. Good. Can't complain.
Henson have made some of the coolest creatures from some of my favorite films that I've ever seen. Getting to get them involved making creatures for the show just completes that 90s kids show vibe that we wanted to try and recreate. Henson getting involved making creatures, that was the final piece to the puzzle.